Welcome back. We continue talking cricket on the SportsMax zone. Well, Hayley Matthews is the new West Indies Women's Captain, replacing Jamaican Stephanie Taylor. Taylor captained the Caribbean women in 55 T20 internationals and 62 one-day internationals, the 10th most for a woman to play as a captain. Lead selector Anne Brown-John explained the panel's decision.
So when we looked at the entire situation, we thought that what is the best that we can get out of Stephanie at this time and for the whatever years she has left to play? And we thought it would be as a player. We know that she has been one of, a really world-class player. She has performed well for the team, and the selectors thought that if we take that pressure of the captaincy off of her and just allow her to play cricket, then we can do two things with that. One, we can get a new person into the role who might be able to handle the situation differently, and we will also be able to get Stephanie just continuing on concentrating on playing and getting her back to where she used to be. We looked at Hayley Matthews. She is presently, we consider to be one of the persons at the top of her game. She has been performing well, but we have also looked at her maturity, her leadership of her national team, and we think that this is the right time to make the change, that we can basically breathe some new life into the team, get Stephanie back just happy and concentrating on what she does best, which is playing cricket, and give somebody else that responsibility. And the selectors had no hesitation in knowing that Hayley Matthews was the person to do that for us at this time.
Let's now hear from head coach Courtney Walsh.
I think going forward with the World Cup just around the corner, it was a good timing to sort of get a new captain in if you're going to make a change, and Hayley would need the support and the time to sort of get comfortable in the job before the World Cup, and also she can have Stephanie experience to draw from and to get some guidance from going forward. So, and at the same time, hopefully Stephanie can come out and start enjoying her cricket and relax me, just go out and do what she can do, and him to get back that #1 spot that we know she had before. I think there's a timing of it is probably, for me, was the right time if you're going to make that change. So, we have to give Hayley as much support. I think Stephanie did a tremendous job when she was captain for all those years. And, it would be good to see how she come out and play, without that burden right now.
The newly appointed captain, Hayley Matthews, had this to say.
Definitely an exhilarating feeling, humbled and honored to be given the opportunity to go out there and lead the West Indies women's side, and just really looking forward to working alongside Stephanie and the other players, continuing the progress that's been made over the last couple of years. As a kid, if you want to be a cricketer, a lot of the time you dream about being the captain of your country or your region. I definitely think it's the pinnacle of what you can achieve for your country and your region, and I just think I really want to go out there and represent the team well and represent the people of the West Indies well as well.
All right, so Lance, my first question to you, because this news broke over the weekend.
Yeah.
When you saw it, were you shocked? How?
No, I wasn't shocked at all. I have said in recent months that Stephanie doesn't look happy. She doesn't look, she doesn't look happy as she did before. And the coach, Courtney Walsh, alluded to it just now. You heard him say he wants to see her enjoying her game again.
Yes.
Which tells you that there is a recognition that there's something missing from her game at the moment. And there's a lot of strain being a captain, especially if you're a captain of a team that's not doing very well, as the West Indies women haven't been in recent years. So there's been a lot of strain on her. She has been playing international cricket now since 2008. Stephanie Taylor, 31 years old now, and I just think taking the load off her captaincy as a captain is gonna probably revive the sort of energy that we know she has, because she's still only 31 years old. I think she still has a lot of cricket left in her.
Yes.
And I still think Stephanie Taylor is one of the best cricketers in the world, period.
Yeah.
And maybe the strain of the captaincy has been a bit of a burden on her. Hayley is 24 years old, has a lot of energy, and I think it's a good decision, and I side with Courtney about making the decision so many months ahead of the World Cup assignment to get Hayley Matthews in the rhythm of the role.
And I actually, I know I told you this off camera, but I was on the flight with Stephanie to Jamaica yesterday. And of course, you can tell that she's very pleased with the decision. You know, she feels the same way. She just really wants, because of course I'll ask her this question, she just really wants now to focus on her game, which she's very good at, you know, just ensure that, you know, the remainder of her career ends on a very high note. And I think that's very fair. What I do know is the mark that Stefanie has left on the team, you know, with her leadership, the respect that she commands from the players. None of that will wave her lance, because based on my conversation with her, and this just speaks to the type of woman that Stefanie is, she's ready now to assist Hayley Matthews, who, you know, she has a very good relationship with, help her ease into the role. And I find that, you know, something very commendable, because most times when people step down from certain roles, you know, they have no interest in helping the person that assumes the position. So, you know, based on my brief conversation with her yesterday, she's willing and ready to help Hayley Matthews. And I also think it's a good decision because, one, Hayley, although very young, has earned respect as well, and she's getting ready for the World Cup, which is next year, the T20 World Cup. So, you know, she'll get the assistance, the backing, and also I find Hayley's personality is one that's suited for the job. She is somebody, based on, you know, my couple of interactions with her, will say it as it is, and sometimes at the helm, that's what you need.
Yeah, and Courtney Walsh said it just now, and it is a part of this decision that I'll be looking closely at as well, because he mentioned he would like to see Stefanie retake her position in the ICC player rankings as one of the top players in the world, which she had been in T20 and ODI cricket for several years. There are a couple of those player rankings list at the moment that she's not in the top 10 in, whether as a bowler, a batsman, or a batter, or an all-rounder, which in my estimation does not speak the truth about her ability, because I think she's a top 10 cricketer in world women's cricket. Bowling, batting, all-rounder. Any department that I think she's top 10.
Agreed.
And several of those departments at the moment in T20 and ODIs, she isn't in the top 10 in some of them. So I think it's an opportunity for her now to refocus on her own game. Yeah. And which of course will help the West Indies as well, because if Stefanie Taylor does well, it will help the team to do better. But I'm happy at the decision, and I gather, as you did as well, that Stefanie is okay with this decision, and she's willing to support Hayley all the way.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, Matthews underlined her captaincy credentials as she led her Barbados women to the CWI-CG Insurance Super 50 Championship, beating Jamaica in the final at Providence on Saturday. Batting first, Jamaica reached 118 for 8 before rain intervened, ending their innings after 26 overs. Captain Stefanie Taylor top scored with 44. Hayley Matthews and Aliyah Alain picked up 2 wickets each for the Bajans. In reply, the defending champs cruised to victory, led by an entertaining unbeaten 60 from opener Kaisia Knight. The Barbadians scoring 120 for 2 to win by 8 wickets. Let's now hear from their captain, Hayley Matthews.
Coming down here, we were looking to hopefully defend both titles, so a bit disappointing that we weren't able to defend the T20 Blaze, but to be able to bounce back from that, be able to come out here now and play really good cricket all tournament long, winning all our games, and defend our 50-over title definitely means a lot to us, and I'm sure a lot to Barbados as well.
Well, Barbados will also be representing the Caribbean at the Commonwealth Games. So, Lance, I'd like to think that Hayley's first assignment with the West Indies captain hat on will be at the Commonwealth Games. Yeah. Do you think, because, you know, I like to ask this question, when a player gets leadership, it either goes one way or the other. They're so caught up with these meetings and leadership role that it messes up their career. Or 2, it causes them to lead by example, and, you know, you get the best out of them. Based on, you know, what we've seen from Hayley, how do you feel it'll swing?
I think she will grab the opportunity with both hands. I think captaincy will enhance her own performances. She is from Harrison College, which produced Obadele Thompson, one of the best sprinters the Caribbean has produced in several decades. And she has a good background. I think she's a smart, intelligent individual. We have to say there was a disciplinary infraction that she was suspended for a couple of years ago, but that is behind her, and I think the cricket authorities in the Caribbean may have looked at that at the time that it happened, But that is behind her now, and I think there's a lot of positivity behind Hayley Matthews being given this captaincy role. And the opposition that they'll face at the Commonwealth Games, Barbados, will be tough, because whereas she is a part of a West Indies team which has the best players from the entire Caribbean, she's now representing a Barbados team which will be missing the Caribbean,
like the Dottins and the Taylors and whatnot.
Talent. Having said that, Barbados is a good team. They're one of the best teams in regional cricket as far as women's cricket is concerned. But they will be up against the Australians and the Englands of this world, so it won't be easy for Barbados. But I think that is a good opportunity for Hayley Matthews leading this Barbados women's team at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. And I wish them the best, and I hope they'll do well.
Yeah, looking forward to see Hayley in her new captaincy role. And of course, we here in the Caribbean definitely rooting for her. We go to break. We'll be right back.
Thank you for watching SportsMax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay informed.